Yeah, no better way to start this fantastic Friday. Then with the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League, St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots are staring down the barrel of elimination after losing to St. Lucia Kings at the Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium in Groseley on Thursday night. Another disappointing defeat for the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. They're 6th in 7 matches this season, and it means with 3 matches to go, they only have 2 points. They can get to a maximum of 8, and they will need every bit of that if they are to have a chance of making the playoffs. Lance and Mariah, not a good position for the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots to be in at this stage.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things when I thought about the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots is initially we would say that, all right, the CPL is a long competition, so it's all right if you start or you stutter a bit because you have the opportunity to pick up. But with the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, when you look at the numbers, you know, they've gotten more losses than wins. And to me, that's really, really worrying. When you look at the individual quality of this St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots team, though, you'd think it's a team that would be very, very competitive. But upon looking back at the results, because I was trying to figure out what is the reason why they have not been able to pick up these wins, you would notice that a couple of players would have these individual performances. So 2 players star up a particular match, but then in the next match, that player doesn't be the star, somebody else does it. So I think it comes down to, you know, more individual performances as opposed to collective performances. Lance, you agree or?
Well, yeah, I mean, typically for a cricket team to be successful, you need group performances or at least partnerships, because one batsman or one bowler for the most part cannot more likely than not will not win you a game. Bowlers are restricted to just 4 overs anyway. So yeah, I would agree that they need a more combination of quality efforts to get the wins. But you said they have been stuttering. It's more than a stutter.
No, I said it's okay if they stuttered at the start.
Okay,
but
yeah.
they've only gotten 1 win from their 7 matches.
Yeah, so that's not a stutter at all. That's,
yeah.
No, it's definitely not. All right, tell you what, let's get the details of last night's defeat from Gerard Marsili.
Kitts and Nevis Patriots batting first, just like they did when meeting St. Lucia Kings in match 5 2 weeks ago. Skipper Andre Fletcher and Evan Lewis put on a half-century opening stand for the first time this tournament, 51 to be exact.
And at 50s up, he finishes with a Republic Bank maximum.
But Lewis, who scored a brilliant century last time these teams faced each other, was limited to just 15 this time around. That didn't stop Fletcher, though, who went on to score his second half-century of the tournament.
Welcome boundary.
He scored a 62 from 50 deliveries, including 5 fours and 2 sixes.
That's a half-century.
South African Riley Russo also joined in on the runs, sharing a third-wicket stand of 70 with Fletcher. He too got a half-century, 50 for 31, before being dismissed by David Visa. St. Lucia Kings were tidy with the ball, even though they lacked penetration, but Alzari Joseph managed to get 2 for 38, the best figures for the innings. St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots posted 173 for 5 off their 20 overs. Kings managed to chase down 202 at Warner Park, now at home, chasing 174. Most had them as the clear winners. Johnson Charles and Faf du Plessis made bookies more confident, blasting 115 for the first wicket. Du Plessis was the early enforcer, smashing 62 like Fletcher in the first innings, but in less deliveries, 31, and with more boundaries. Josh Clarkson managed to get rid of Du Plessis, and he had his second wicket soon after, removing Tim Seifert for 13. But Charles extinguished any spark of a collapse, eventually going on to top score with 74. Spinner Winindu Hasaranga took 2 wickets in the 16th over, including Charles. But it wasn't enough to stop the Kings from landing victory, reaching 176 for 5 with 21 balls to spare.
To be honest, we started well in the power play, and I thought that we...
Well, keep going. Yeah, keep going.
I thought that we slowed down a bit in the middle phase. Maybe our strike rate could have been a bit higher, especially me. I was struggling for a bit, but it's good to see Riley come in and play that brilliant inning. We have 3 more games left, so we don't have a choice. We have to go out there and play cricket. We have to try our best to find a way to win. That's the end result. We've been on the losing side for actually 6 games, and we just have to try our best to see what we can do.
Yeah, it was really good. Look, I think also helped a little bit winning the toss. A little bit more skin in the evening, but great bowling performance from our guys in the first innings. You feel like, 170 feels maybe 20 runs short on this wicket.
The Kings have jumped back to third on the table, joining leaders Guyana Amazon Warriors and Barbados Royals on 6 points, pushing Trinbago Knight Riders down to fourth on 4, ahead of Antigua and Barbuda Falcons on net run rate. St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots have now lost 6 games on the trot to be left with 2 points after 7 matches and 1 step closer to elimination.
Yeah, and there you go, the details of that match last night. The St. Lucia Kings coming out on top against the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. As we pointed out, they've lost 6 of their last 7 matches. You know, when I watched that match, Lance and Mariah, the thing that stood out to me were a couple of things. One, 173 I felt was not going to be enough on that surface, where I thought there was a lot in it for the batsmen. So I didn't think they got enough. But then I also had a lot of questions about how Andre Fletcher utilized his bowlers. And I know sometimes you have team plans where you will say, well, this bowler is likely to bowl at a particular stage of the innings. And I'm talking here specifically about Hasaranga, because he's coming off a match where he took 4 wickets at one stage in that last game, had 4 for 6. You come into this game against St. Lucia Kings, you need wickets. Yes, you're defending 174 runs, but the Kings get off to a flying start and you need wickets. And Hasaranga took forever to come into the attack, and I'm thinking, this is the man who can break the partnership. This is the man who is the wicket taker. At least bring him into the attack a little earlier. If it means only 1 over, get a wicket, and then try and pull the Kings back. And that just never happened. I mean, he belatedly came into the attack, ended with 2 for 13 from his 2 overs, the most successful St. Lucia Patriots bowler. Yeah. But again, it was just disappointing to me that I didn't see the type of pivoting that I would expect from the captain in a scenario like that.
Yeah, it really comes down to the captaincy, because there were other matches apart from that one last night that, you would wonder why a particular bowler is not coming in, knowing that, the team has a certain number of runs to defend. So I think, a lot of fingers will be pointed also at Andre Fletcher, and rightfully so, because one of the things people look at when the team is not performing is the leaders, so the coach, the captain, and all of that. And I mean, Patriots came close to win some of the matches, so you will want to know why it was so impossible for them to get over the line. Evan Lewis gave us that century. It was so beautiful, and then we didn't see from him again, and I feel like that's a player that you want to light up the CPL for you. So another one of those players that I felt, we could have gotten some consistency from, we didn't. And with Evan Lewis firing, you have a lot more runs on the board to defend. We didn't get that.
Yeah, and if you want to emphasize the importance of efficient captaincy, it is a strong point to make in T20 cricket, because there is far less room for error in a T20 match than there is for a 50-over match or a test match. I've seen T20 matches where a 10-minute period can decide a game. And if a captain is not on point strategically with his decisions, selecting who bowls or setting his field right, you can lose a game in the blink of an eye based on a strategic decision that you've made. So I agree that the captaincy is really key here. And I'm not sure if the Spiceman has been as on point as the team leader for the Patriots as is needed. As Mariah pointed out, based on their roster, they have quality.
Yeah,
there's no reason, looking at their roster, why they should be 1 win from 7 games. So real issues there for them. But I just know that in T20 cricket, you make some bad decisions and things go wrong for you in a few minutes, and the entire game crashes for you. That's just the nature of the game.
Yeah, very much the case. Well, Johnson Charles was brilliant last night. 74 from 42 deliveries, and unsurprisingly, he was named player of the match.
It was a very good innings, I must say, but I would love to finish it off for the team. Having said that, it was a well-constructed innings. It's lovely, having the St. Lucian people, still come and support us, even if we had 2 losses. it just shows how wonderful the St. Lucian crowd is, and I must say thank you to all the supporters. And you know, coming on from 2 losses, it's always difficult, but that's our job. That's how cricket goes.
Yeah, great performance coming from Johnson Charles. All right, time now for our favorite part of this segment. Our producers have been good for the week. Let's see if they can finish strongly. Here's the Angostura Play of the Day.
Shows the way and he follows. Top-notch catching.
Yeah, we saw one from him a couple of nights ago as well, inches off the ground. And look at this, charging in and inches off the ground again, inspired no doubt by his 39-year-old teammate David Visa. Even Alzari Joseph applause.
Yeah, really good catch from Descartes there. And, you know, I had a short list of 3, Lance and Mariah, in terms of the Angostura winner. I suspected that that's the one they would have gone with, and I agree with them on that. There was also a very good catch from David Visa, running back, taking one over his shoulder, essentially. And there was a shot from...
Back-to-back good catches from him, because you remember the running catch a couple of nights ago, yeah.
Very much the case. And then the third one for me, which is probably the one that I think most people would have missed, was Johnson Charles picking one up over mid-wicket for 6. But the significance of that one, which I'm sure is not the first time it has happened, but it stood out this time also because of the quality of the shot, is that he hit it into his own stand. How often in the game will you get a player being able to smash the ball into a stand named after them?
Yeah, that would be a special moment.
Yeah,
and that would have gained a lot of marks when you're selecting Angostura play of the day anyway. But that was a fabulous catch.
I missed that one though, so I'm happy you brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the catch was spectacular, though. There's no doubt about it from Descartes. Really good catch.
He had to sprint, first of all. He had to sprint to get close to the ball. And even after getting close, he wasn't close enough, and he had to thrust himself forward. I'd seen him first in the St. Lucia Dream 11 tournament, I think right after the COVID period, or during that period. It was the first time that I was actually seeing him play. And I like the fact that he has grown into the quality player that he is now.
And you can see the confidence just in the way in which he took the catch. You know, Lance, his confidence has grown from back then to now, because he's a different sort of player when you look at him now. The way he walks, the way he, you know, takes up his role with a lot of confidence.
Is Gerard talking about, our producer, a catch that could have been player of the day if it was taken, because Faf du Plessis went really close to taking one?
Yeah, that would have been pretty special had he been able to hold on to that.
Yeah, that was goalkeeper-like.
But he didn't, so it doesn't count.
Except the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper doesn't have to catch it.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I take the point that if that was taken, it would have been hard to deny that.
Yeah, might have actually made the SportsMax class moment.
Yeah, that one definitely gets A for effort.
Yeah.
A for effort?
Yeah, brilliant attempt. All right, the Barbados Royals, well, they had a good start to their home leg with a win on Tuesday, but can they maintain that? We'll see when they face Trinbago Knight Riders in match 15 of the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League. It comes up live immediately onto the SportsMax zone.
It's how we play. It's how we play. Follow me then. Every man, every preach, every fan, every beard, every wicked, every storm. And the heart and soul and passion, and the culture, Caribbean blood. When